My name is Shuri Susplin and I interviewed Donna Harper.
So what is your cultural background?
I was born in the Valley, here
Okay.
in Fort Capel Valley area. My family is Métis. They are French Cree Métis.
Okay. So that's where you grew up. Can you tell us more about the place you grew up?
I grew up in many places, traveled a lot. My family and I moved around a lot. So I've lived lots of places in Saskatchewan. I've lived a few places in British Columbia,
Okay.
but mostly centered around Regina.
So where was your favorite place that you've lived?
My favorite place is here in Belcarris. This is
Yeah.
where my grandma and my great-grandma were, and so
Okay.
this is where I feel the most at home.
And how long have you been in Balcarres for?
22 years.
Okay. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I decided to become a teacher after my first career experience didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. I wanted to be part of children learning who they are and where they come from, and that excited look on their faces when they've learned something new.
Okay, so what was your first career choice?
I was going to be a nurse.
Okay. And how come you didn't enjoy that?
Well, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. At the time, my life took a bit of a turn, and I needed to move, and so I needed to look for something different. And the education program I chose is based in a heavily Métis community with First Nations and Métis kids, and so that program really appealed to me.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable telling us what that turn in your life was?
That turn in my life was the death of a very close relative.
Okay.
And it forced me to move from one place to another and to reevaluate where I was.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Who was your role model growing up and why?
My role model was my great-grandmother. And my great-grandmother was a very small, little, bitty Métis woman who spoke very little English. So, as I didn't speak Cree or Michif as her language is, we found other ways to communicate.
Okay, that's interesting. So did you learn any of other languages from your grandmother?
I learned little bits of Michif, which is not quite Cree. It's a bit of a Cree-French mix. So I can pick some words out that come from the Cree side and pick some words out that come from the French side. I'm not fluent in that language, but sometimes I can pick out enough words to understand what's going on.
Oh, okay. That's cool. What were some defining or challenging moments in your life?
The defining moments in my life, I think, would be when I became a mother. It changed my whole perspective, and it made me reevaluate what I was doing.
Yeah.
So those are very important things in my life.
Okay.
I also find that when my children reach new milestones, that those are very important moments in my life.
Yeah. That kind of goes with my next question. How does being a parent affect your definition of love?
That is a huge impact on my definition of love. It changes. When I became a mother, it changed the way I viewed myself. And it helped me to realize that before I can give unconditional love to this little person I've created, I needed to go back and learn to love me. So it was a hard shift. It made me really think.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. What does love mean to you?
I think love is an emotion that is felt and seen, and I say that because it's something, for me, it's something I feel in my heart, but it's also the smile on my face when my kids are doing something that I'm proud of, and the tears when I'm excited and when I'm sad, and when I'm looking at my students when they're doing something spectacular, like that's, I know sometimes love is not the emotion I want to say, but I think it's truly in my heart once you've come to that place and you look at people you're very proud of. I think love comes from the heart, and it just shows. Yeah. It shows everywhere. So.
Okay. So how old are your children today?
They are 21 and 19.
And what are they doing with their lives? Are they at home or are they somewhere else?
No, I wish they were home. They're not. My daughter is a massage therapist in Regina, and my son is just graduating from a trades program tomorrow. So he's going into the construction field.
Okay. If you could give a piece of advice to someone aspiring to be a teacher, what would it be?
Be patient, be consistent, and love what you do.
That's a very good way to put it. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's all my questions.